So what is going on, guys? So it's been a minute, it's been like 2 months. Have not had time to make a video, but I'm doing something right now to the truck that have not seen anywhere on the internet, and probably could throw a tip in for you just if you're in like a pinch of money. This is only if you just can't afford all this stuff, and we're just kind of jump into it. So as you can see, my truck is taken apart, and you can see that the CV axles are out. So what had happened is the CV axles were bad. There's a leveling kit on this. It's only 2.5, but it's causing super drastic angles, and that's what's causing them to go bad. You can see all the grease in here, and it is on both sides. So, you know, I have them on both sides. This one's a little bit worse. It ripped at the bottom versus the top. So they're all, you can just tell just the leveling kit on here. I mean, there's the freaking control arm is touching the strut. I know it's bad, but I don't have the money to do all this right now. So I went and bought CV axles. And when I bought these CV axles, I come to find out that I put them on, and when I was driving, it was binding. So jumping up and down, up and down. So that's how far the angle is. So it's almost 45-degree angle. It's freaking ridiculous for a CV axle. But I am going to 3 more events, these next 3 drift events. If you don't already follow me on TikTok, I post a lot more on there. I think it's pretty sure it's exhausting. To be honest, I think it's the same as my YouTube. But anyways, on here, it's binding. So when I'm driving, it's going up and down. I just need it fixed. So whenever I drive to these next events, I won't have to worry about that. I don't use the 4-wheel drive at all, really. And I know when you don't have it, you need it. And when you need it, you don't have it. Okay, so that's a big thing. I'm going to replace them eventually after I do all the suspension and everything. I just need to gain money for all that. Right now, at the end of the year, this is when the season starts to get good. It starts to get cold out. I hate driving during the summertime. But this is why I'm in this pinch with doing it. So thankfully, I have a shop at my work, and took these CV axles and literally just cut the ends off. So what is this doing? Like, what's the point of this? Everything that I've read said that you have to have this in the hub on that wheel bearing so it doesn't fall apart. Now, do I know if that's true or not? No, but I'm not going to find out because I don't want to be stranded on the way home. So what I did is, everybody knows what a CV axle is. It connects to this. That's where all the ball bearings were at. All I did was cut with an angle grinder, cut all the way around at my work, and you can kind of see it's not the perfect cut, but I mean, it'll do. So I'm going to clean all this grease out, put them in the hub, and show exactly what I mean by what it's going to do. So here's a better look at it. I don't condone you to do this. Like, I really don't I'm not telling you to do this to your truck. And if your truck messes up, I'm not responsible. But what I'm saying is, if you're in a pinch and your truck looks like this. Obviously, I have the drift car, the Mustang. I don't like driving it all the time, but I have that kindly. This is my daily. But when you have to fix something and it'll work, everything I've read on forums, people say don't do it. People say do it. There's more people that say do it than there is that don't say do it. So I went with the 60% of the people saying do it, and all the people that are actually know what they're talking about, saying they've done this for years, is they said they use this. Usually someone will cut the shaft, put the boot in there, and not worry about this, but I just didn't want to worry about grease and all that slinging in my stuff again. So what I did was cut it out. I'm going to clean all this out, and I'm going to put them on the truck. So as you can see, I put this one in. It goes back here. This is a vacuum on this specific truck. This is the F-150. This vacuum actuates in and out when you turn the 4-wheel drive on, and it connects to the splines on that. That's something with the VVT. I don't mess with that stuff. They say you can delete it, but I don't really care about it. It works. So I'm not going to engage the 4-wheel drive because I don't have the CV axles in it, so it doesn't matter. But you put it in. And this one only has a little small, like 1/2-inch nut. Some have a huge 36-inch nut. They're all the same. So what this does, and what I've read, I'm not an expert on this. Again, I'm not an expert. This goes in here. This seals it up. And that wheel bearing has grease and everything in it, so it can cause debris and stuff to get in there, road grime. And after a while, that stuff will get inside the wheel bearing and, you know, mess it up. So what you have on this one, and I can't find the cap right now, but there's usually a cap that goes in the inside of here, just covers that up. That covers that bearing up. But this side, you have the CV axle in there, so it covers that up as well. But I already have grease on me, man. But anyways, that's why you want to put the edge of this in there. You don't have to cut all this off. You can leave the shaft in there. But what I was thinking is it was going to hit all this stuff in here. So I have all this stuff in here. CV axle is supposed to go straight through here. There's not enough clearance for it to move around. So that's how I put it in there, and that's how it's going to be. But it can be different on all different types of vehicles. So trucks, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to do all this on a car. Front-wheel drive car, you won't be able to drive. That's your part of your transmission. That's like your drive shaft. So on trucks only and at your own risk. All right, so anyways, guys, so I got everything put on. As you can tell, I mean, I have the wide lens on. This truck sits really high for just a new, like an old school F-150, because my brother-in-law has a 2015 F-150. He has a 6-inch lift, suspension lift, and my hood and bed almost sit the same as his. Now, it looks a little taller, but we both have 35s, so these are 35s. Only reason I didn't just take the lift off and not run the leveling kit because the 35s won't fit. I'm not buying new tires. You know, if I had to buy the CV axle, then I'd have to buy the tires as well. So this is why I'm doing this. So when you get it on, you can kind of tell my angles aren't the greatest, but that puck isn't that big. It's just recessed over the side of it, so it's just a rough country one. And I actually dropped lifts. So this used to be higher. It used to kind of squat a little bit. It's not doing that anymore. That's what I wanted. I wanted to go a little bit lower. And you can see my control angles are ridiculous, like crazy. So I'm going to have to order some 2 and 4 inch leveling kit control arms. And then underneath, as you can see, there's no CV axle, and you can see right there the back of the CV axle just right there. I can't really get farther in there, but the wheels are rolling. It's not binding on anything, so that's good. Only thing that sucks is when you do this, you don't have 4-wheel drive anymore. But again, this is in a pinch. I don't have the money, or I'll rephrase that. I don't want to spend the money right now on the truck. I'd rather spend it on my drift car because I'm going to like 3 events. I just need this truck to get me there and get back. I don't need 4-wheel drive for any reason. And if I do, then I screwed myself. But I'm not going to get myself into a situation where I need the 4-wheel drive because I know I don't have it. So anyways, that is just, I haven't seen any videos on this stuff. So I thought I'd kind of give a little, not really tutorial, but kind of just show you. I'm mostly talking in this video, but if you're doing all this, you should know how to take everything off the truck. I'm not going to demonstrate that. But anyways, I'm glad to have this truck out of here. Oh my God, I'm so tired of being in this hot garage. It's finally next week. It's supposed to be cooler, so we won't have to worry about that. But if you like this video, please leave a like, leave a comment, and remember, follow me on TikTok. I want to say it's Austin Coleman 21 or Exhaustin. I'll put in the description what it is. But anyways, yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. Peace, guys.